Yo, what's good, y'all? This is Oviyan Styles Arena Podcast Sports Talk, Episode 1, with my boy Hez, aka Herb. I'm G, aka Scoff, whatever you want to call
Started.
me. But we're going to do, this is the first episode. We got three little topics. We got NFL free agency, we got Aaron Donald retiring, and we got a little NBA. We got a
Blockbuster.
little that's blockbuster, and we got a little NBA playoff picture predictions, injury. This is the first episode, so we just gonna be short and sweet to it. This is what we pretty much just gonna be talking about sports, sprinkling a little drip in there. You feel me? If there's certain sneaker drops
Some
or
calm.
little, you feel me? Something calm. We
I've been
gonna
seeing
do.
AEs. I saw those for the first time
You
finally.
feel
I'm like,
me?
all right, all right. I
So
like those.
them shits is tough. The AEs is tough. The Hardens kind of give me a little they give me a little Kobe when Kobe his first Adidas. It kind of gives me that vibe a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I like
I
the
like
base of it too.
and random fucking Luca and JT. I said JT. Yeah, Jason Tatum. Their
Yeah,
Jordans
because like
might be yo.
I only seen because I wasn't really liking the JTs at first, and then when I saw the one when we were at UV,
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes. Oh, you
yo,
called them out, right?
those are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It all depends on the colorway and I guess with the way they look, but I haven't really seen too much of Lucas. Actually, I gotta look at those.
I seen him in Foot Locker, and then I seen him playing 2K when I was putting new shoes on and shit. I'm like, alright, them shits
Mm,
is alright. So y'all gonna get sport, y'all gonna get a little fashion too. Mainly
right.
sports, but we gonna sprinkle some fashion in it. So right now we got free agency. See, you're the football guy. What you got to
That
say
shit
about
got
the free
spicy.
agency?
That shit got spicy from the second it opened. It's like 5 minutes before it opened. You know how you start getting notifications and
Yeah.
everything. The first notification was like Eagles were looking at Saquon. That shit already put everybody in shame. Was like, is that what kind of all season is about to be? Like,
Oh, they announced it before it went through.
n- not like that they got him, but like they were looking at
Okay.
him. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Which that's been, you know how it is. Like they're always like, oh, interest, but
Yep.
not that doesn't always stick. Bro, they got him like within an hour of
I was
free
just about to
agency.
ask how long.
It was
It was probably
crazy.
like an
Yeah,
hour.
within like an hour, 2 hours. But it was just since I've been like following football, this is probably like the craziest free agency I would say. Like with people switching teams and
Mm-hmm.
people switching up straight to rival
Yeah.
teams in
Yeah.
division, things like that.
So is
Like
that what happened with
superstars
Saquon?
matching up. Yeah, superstars matching. Saquon left Philly to go to the Giants. Exactly in the same division,
So
same
that's
exact division.
so he went from the Giants to Philly.
Thanks.
Nah,
I said it the other way
you
around.
you
He went
think
from New York to Philly.
you think that's a valid fit? How's that
I
fit?
think it's a good. I think it's a good fit. It's one of those that. See me from when my team, my players leave, I don't like hate them. Like, but for him being such a monumental part in the Giants' history, they literally hate him already.
I
You know what I
seen
mean?
that. You seen what
They don't.
Tiki Barber gave it?
Yeah, that's they don't like it. They already hate him. I'm like, damn, bro. At the end of the day, I get it because I seen reports in that they were offering him that same money. But nigga, they're nowhere near winning, and he's only getting older.
So you want to get win
They
that?
lit.
That's
They're literally fucking 6 years away from winning.
that's the most.
What do you want him to do as a running back?
And,
Running backs really only ever get one or maybe two contracts.
right.
Not like quarterbacks, receivers that is getting three contracts and shit. You know what I mean?
See, so you gotta go what's best for you.
The longevities for running backs, you're looking at eight. If you're running back and you played 12 good years,
That's amazing,
like
amazing career.
production wise, yeah, it's a good career. You're gonna always get your APs and your LTs that played, but most running backs now, bro, are playing 8 to 10. The good ones are playing 8 to 10, sometimes even 7. Successful good years,
That's always my
just
thing,
because that
bro.
wear and tear.
It's like what, like when you like where does loyalty meet? Everybody comes in to the sports world as competitors, especially
Right,
to like I would say I'll tell the viewers, especially like us too, like we're sports players, but no matter what, same thing with you. If you played pickleball, I know you. You're gonna go ham. It
What?
don't matter what it is. So where does the that's what I'd be trying to figure out because it's like when people get mad, it's like what about the competitiveness versus the
Right.
loyalty? Like I get the loyalty and stuff like that, but people play to win. Like no
When
matter what, I don't
and
give a fuck what's going on. You want to win.
right. That's what I'm at too. It's like I don't I don't consider all people like that go to different teams or even a bandwagon because a lot of times you can go and especially in the NFL and the NBA, like you're not it's not a gimme every year.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot of the same teams in the NBA because there's some superstars that just can't be stopped right now. But like for in the NFL too, but as far as getting there, those playoff teams, it's always like changing up those 3 to 4 teams every year. So it's like just because you go to a different team that's a technical contender doesn't mean you're even making it a super team either.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that mantra,
That's
I
I
feel like
don't
it's
like.
starting to go out the window. It's
Yes.
go out the window more, which I
Absolutely.
like. It's like at the end of the day, you do got to kind of team up to make it happen nowadays because they're only making the game harder for people. So I don't know. I don't mind people switching teams as much. Like for my boys, I don't care. I'm happy to see them get paid. Real
Right.
talk, because it's hard. Because I start to understand the game more as I get older. Like the backstories, I'm more interested into the backstories and shit now. You know
Same.
what I'm
Same
saying?
thing.
The
Same thing.
post like the mainstream, the headlines and shit. So it's like I know this nigga just fucking had a hard ass come up. I'm happy, even if he is playing against us twice a year. Plus, nigga, I was watching him for 10 games a year, and I get to still
Yeah.
see him twice a year.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like I'm
Yep.
still
Yep.
happy. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's the thing. So who you think? Like as far as teams, either way you want to put it, who are the biggest? Who do you think are the biggest winners in the
Free agency
free
so far.
agency? Yeah.
Houston. I'll give you like my top 4 or 5. I'll go Houston. I'll go Chicago. Even if that quarterback pans out or not, the way
Yeah.
they built the roster up, they did real good. Um, Pittsburgh
You think
because
that was
they
a
went.
steal? Was that a steal getting Russell?
So here's why I say it. So they go from having Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph who are terrible, terrible. You don't want to play either one of them every week, either week, to
Yeah.
having a veteran who you can put in the lineup just because he knows what to do. And Justin Fields with all the upside, all for a 6 round draft pick and 1.2 million.
Sure.
It's like
That,
it's a win-win
yeah. Yeah.
situation with
Yeah.
major
Yeah.
upside. So it's
Yeah.
like for 1.2 million, bro, quarterbacks are getting paid over 50 M's right now,
Yeah.
and they're paying 2 quarterbacks like 5 million with all the upside in the world. So
So
it's like for me, they won because they got the defense better and they have a quarterback for now that at least gonna keep them like a stopgap, and
yeah.
then he could teach Justin Fields, and if he learns,
I see
they just won that trade. So
This Patrick Queen. They just picked him up at linebacker.
yeah,
He's
he
tough.
came from the Ravens.
Oh, he
He was a
can't. Oh,
Raven last
okay.
year.
Okay. He was a
We
Raven.
drafted him. We drafted him and groomed him up.
Okay.
He's tough for sure. That's my
Let's say
boy.
they got him at a 3 year 41.
3 year
So they
41.
did get better.
That's a
So
good bag. It's
okay.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
what is
Yeah.
that like a
Yo,
little
they're
over
giving out that
13.
bag now, bro. Like, which I feel like should have been happening with the NFL because I don't like how NFL is non-guaranteed in a sport that
Mm-hmm.
should be like they give you non-guaranteed money for the same reason that it should be guaranteed for
Right.
injury and all that type of stuff. When it's like that's a combat
You don't get
sport,
that, right? I don't get that
they
either. It's
should be
funny.
getting that bread. The
The
same
flip side of
reason
that coin.
you're not giving them the bread is the same fucking reason that y'all should be giving them the bread. Like I don't, I don't,
Bro,
I don't get that.
every year, whether they're under contract, about to get a contract, or due for a contract, we always see a big name or two go down within the first 3 4 weeks with a
Absolutely,
season ender and injury.
all the time, bro.
Especially it's tough and in most sports, but it's a big time in football with it being such a big combat sport, bro. It happens like I feel like too much. But yeah, like you said, like and I feel bad for those guys because a lot of the times they're in a contract year
Yeah,
and then now the next year they got to go sign a prove it deal. And let's say they don't have that good of a year, now they're out of luck. Like their big deal is never gonna come now when they were really technically due for it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? If they never got hurt that year, so
yep.
it's just a tough situation. Man.
That's the
I
shit
feel
that I'm
bad.
not.
I agree with that big time.
I'm
Like,
glad
there's
they
got to be
getting
a
that
common
bag.
ground. There's
Yes,
got to be a common ground where at least
yes.
50% of most deals, 60% of most deals are guaranteed money.
Because
You
now,
know what I mean?
and I can understand like certain, like I can understand the incentives. Like if you don't meet the incentives, then take away some of that bread, but like not giving certain guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Like the Zion joint. Like
Mm,
if you don't make a certain weight and play a certain amount of games, you're out of 30 M's. Like that's
yeah,
different.
that's
That's you.
valid.
That's you got to take care of your body. We know you in New Orleans with all that good food. You take care of your body. You know that's different to where it's just
Hmm.
not guaranteed like how that shit is. You feel me? So
I
shout out to
agree.
them niggas for definitely getting that bag. Who would you say biggest losers in the free agency right now?
I think it's losers, not free agency right now. Cowboys. Cowboys for a team that like gets so much like hype, praise, talk every year. You know what I mean? You're always hearing Cowboys fans, America, they're America's team. They did not get better at all.
Appreciate the
They're
follow.
so they're gonna be in a situation where next year they're just sick again because they don't know what to do with paying Dak. They literally have to pay Dak or figure out what they're gonna do with Dak's money. They don't have to pay him
Yes, are they
exclusively.
giving him too much? Like, are they giving him? Do they
I
need
feel
to
like they're
go
giving him
search
too
somewhere?
much. He hasn't done anything to earn that
Yeah,
money. And I know, like, here's the thing, bro. When it comes to like contracts in the NFL, like max contracts in the NBA and contracts in the NFL are different. Like I feel like max is just a natural. Like once you hit a certain part
you,
after that 4 years, if you're a top nigga, you're getting that
if you've
max
been balling,
regardless.
you're
You know
going.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
yep.
So, what was I fucking saying with that? I fucking lost my thoughts. I'm playing the game. Let
Oh,
me
you
just
said
get this.
that you think they're
Oh,
paying too
Dak
much?
hasn't done shit.
Yeah,
He hasn't done
yep.
shit to earn that. So when the market gets set, like for example, say I'm gonna give you three random quarterbacks. Say Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, and Justin Herbert all reset the market just because they're new up and coming
Mm-hmm.
quarterbacks. But let's say Deshaun Watson signs first and he signs 55. The next one's going to sign for 57, and the next one's going to sign for 58.
Yeah,
And they're just going to keep on
yeah,
leapfrogging each other just because it's
yeah.
their turn to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Not based off how they've done, but just because their team is now in position to pay their young quarterback, their agent is going to ask for that 1 million, 2 million more on a yearly
Almost like a
basis.
Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, not to cut you off type of thing.
Exactly, exactly. But for me, I get it. I get the business aspect of it because at the end of the day, in a quarterback-driven league, you have to have that quarterback, so you got to pay him. But a nigga like Dak, he hasn't earned that shit, bro. Like
Yeah.
he hasn't. Even Lamar, to a certain extent, if it wasn't for his accolades, bro, I would be like on the fence of paying him less too, because building the roster up more, because clearly you need more help around you to get it
Yeah.
done. Because when you get to that situation, it's not working out. So
Crunch
they gotta
time stuff's
pay.
coming.
They gotta pay CD. They gotta pay Micah. They gotta pay mostly all their big names this year, 2024 all season. So they're like,
Ooh.
I don't know what they're
So
gonna
they
do
can't
with
make too
that.
many moves like that type
Exactly.
shit.
Right.
Yo,
So I
somebody in the
feel like
chat, not to cut you off, Almighty Castro, ask Herb is he locked in for Stallion season?
I'm weak. Yeah, I'm locked in. How can I see the chat? Oh,
um,
that's just on your side of it.
can you see? Let me see if I can. Let me try.
I'm locked in. Am I locked in?
Can you see it on over here?
Oh, I can see. I can see that I'm on your shit. No, I can't. It's
Why is
alright
that not
though.
showing?
I'll go check it out later. Oh, I can see it like that though. But yeah, bro.
Yeah, my boy locked in. So they
Dak,
giving up
Dak
that
is.
bread to
I'm
win.
not shitting on him,
That makes
bro.
sense though. No, I mean
Because
it's a
because
team thing.
since right since nigga since all these quarterbacks have been in the league, like the last 5 years, I think Mahomes won it 3 times. Brady won it once. Stafford won it once. Brady and Stafford are old heads. So
Yeah,
you give me the other young nigga that's in the league that's getting these new contracts that won.
yeah,
None of them. None of them.
yeah.
So that's just the way that the market works in the NFL. Like they just keep leapfrogging each other, and that goes for every position, bro. like literally, like cornerback. Once all of them, because a lot of the times you'll have at least 2 to 3 big free agents from their respective position each offseason,
Yeah.
almost every time. That's because that's naturally how the deals work in, just because of how they come into the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always multiple of them that come into the league together and shit. So one of them gets signed, they're like, "I bet I'm gonna wait till he gets signed because I know what I could
But
ask for now.
yes.
I know what I could get
Yes.
now." So
Yes.
that's why it's like Cowboys fans like, "Nah,
And it
don't
can
pay
be
him all that money
that could
because you
be
got to pay
tough,
this and
right?
that."
Because
Yeah,
I seen something. I feel like this is we always talk about this. It's about puzzle pieces and getting the right pieces to go deep into a run. I don't care what sport it is,
that's my favorite analogy
basketball,
now.
football, whatever it is, you need them puzzle pieces. So I seen something that Patrick Mahomes was like trying to take like a $22
On this
million
Brady shit, on this Brady
pay
shit,
cut to go
he
get
did already.
somebody. Oh, he took it already.
Yeah, he restructured his deal so that they could bring free agents back or get free agents or sign their own guys back and
So the
real
Cowboys
Brady
kind of got
shit.
to give it something like that in order
The
to,
quarterback has to want to.
yeah, yeah,
That's the thing,
yeah.
and that's where you see the difference at. A
That's where the
nigga that won it
balance
three
comes.
times,
Yeah,
a nigga that won it three
yeah,
times is willing to give up that money on it.
yeah.
A nigga that didn't even get. I don't even know if Dak won a playoff game. Not even trying to shit on him. I don't know truly. Um, but a nigga that might not or might have won one is not willing to take a pay cut to get the team better because you've shown multiple times you can't get it done by
Yeah.
yourself.
You
Not saying
need.
that you can't, but the rosters and on that side, there's better rosters than y'all. San Francisco is a better roster than
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
The Eagles are better roster than them.
yeah.
Like on that side, to me, like on the NFC side, it goes not in any particular order, but Green Bay, those 3 teams I named, Dallas, San Fran, Eagles. Those are your well-run organizations on the NFC side that you can consistently see like at the top or developing players. Like so, to me, they're not better than any of those rosters. And if the quarterback's not willing to fucking like the roster itself, bro, like I line their defense up against Philly's defense, yeah, they can compete and they bang and they have their respective stars, but they're gonna give up 30 or 40
You got to.
sometimes when they
Yeah, yeah,
crunch. They
yeah,
let up
yes.
30 or 40 to the young ass Packers team this year.
See, yeah,
This year at home. San Fran ain't doing that. Neither is fucking Philly. Philly had a bad end of the year, but I just feel like what they did what they had to do this offseason
yeah,
and build that
yeah,
roster.
yeah, yep.
Dallas hasn't done nothing. So they're not gonna to me, they're not gonna get anywhere. They're gonna be in the same spot. And I hate to even talk about other teams, but I feel like sometimes they bring negative light to mine.
Yeah.
But that's just how I
That's
perceive it. Like
shit. That's
Philly got worse towards the end of
sports right
last year,
there.
but the holes that they got worse in, bro, they dead ass filled already with good players. Like you got Bryce Huff, you got CJG back, you got Saquon Barkley. You know what I'm saying? Like those are
Yeah.
you got Devin White. Those are all Pro Bowl players. Like to fill those holes that they were lacking. So
Shit.
Dallas ain't gonna do shit.
Last on the NFL. Any predictions? No, I know you
Any
got your
predictions?
boys. I know. I
Oh
know.
no, I got an MVP season for CJ Stroud this year.
Okay.
That's my dark horse prediction. That team, that team got the
It's a
best
good.
off this offseason. They're already good. They already showed a lot of promise. They beat the shit out of that Browns team that was red hot at home in the first for his first playoff game. So he's got playoff experience. In his first season, he won Rookie of the Year and played 2 playoff games. Not a lot of rookies get to do that. So there's a lot of experience already under his belt from a defensive minded coach. So all he has to do is keep learning his offense, keep his composure, and keep getting better. And that defensive minded coach is gonna always keep him in those ball games to win. That's why I love the match. Like that he's a rookie with a great defensive minded coach because he's gonna not saying that they're never gonna give up or get blown out, but more times than not, it's gonna be 1 or 2 scores you ever have to get back in a ball game.
Yeah.
And that's where goats and elites get made, you know?
That's a
So,
that's a bold. We going. You know what made me like him too? For the viewers, that's my team. I'm just getting back into the NFL this year.
I'm West Stroud
Herb put
fan.
me on to the Texans. We was chilling, having a good time. Messed with CJ Stroud ever since then.
It's
And
that
but
boy.
but then during All-Star weekend, the celebrity game, Shannon Sharp told him don't let up, and he was basically like, "Yo, I'm hungry," type. Like I always like people who want more. You know, like he's not satisfied. Like he's a rookie, he's young, he's getting a bag, he's on TV. You feel me? That you could get open
Mm-hmm.
off that. You could lose focus sometimes. He said, "Nah, I'm
Exactly.
hungry." Like he said, basically, like I'm not where I want to
I'm
be at
not losing
all.
sight.
I'm not losing
Yeah,
sight of
like
that.
him.
I seen that clip. I said, "I."
He's tough, bro.
I
He's
said,
tough.
"What the freak?" We talked about this recently too. Aaron Donald retiring. Tough. Where do you? All right, you're my football guy. Where do you rank him all time defense?
From what I've like, so this is tough. I mean, and it goes for all time rankings when it comes to football, baseball, basketball. And there's certain players like all time, like for example, the Larry Birds, the Roberto Clementes, the Jim Browns that we never seen, but
True.
have seen those little 3 or 4 clips,
That's why
and
it
we
is the
know
go. You
just
got to
from
go by
off the
generation. Yeah,
just off the numbers that we've
yeah,
seen.
yeah.
Nah, we can't. We have to put them in
Absolutely. The
there.
Lawrence
But
Taylors
I'm
and
gonna
all them. I got you. It
I'm
makes
gonna
sense.
X those out for right now.
Makes
I'm
sense.
gonna X those out for right
Makes
now.
sense.
Just off what I've seen from growing up, I've seen Ed Reed, Ray Lewis. I've seen um I've seen Brian Urlacher, Browns
Mhm.
linebacker.
Mhm.
Um, I've seen the Champ Baileys, the Brian Dawkins. I've seen a lot of bro. He's for his respective position. He's top 3, if not top 2.
That's
I
what I
don't
was
think
gonna
there's a
put him.
resume that lines up next to his like that.
Yo, being that you
Bro, when
said
I
that,
sent it the other day,
I got it right
first,
here.
go ahead.
Okay, boom. Aaron, this is Aaron Donald's Hall of Fame resume right here. 2014 Defensive Rookie of the Year, made the Pro Bowl. 2015 First Team All Pro, Pro Bowl. 2016 First Team All Pro, Pro Bowl, Pro Bowl. 2017 Defensive Player of the Year, First Team All Pro, Pro Bowl again. 2018 Defensive Player of the Year, First Team
Pro
All
Bowl,
Pro, Pro Bowl. 2019 First Team All Pro, Pro Bowl. 2020 Defensive Player of the Year, first. That's 3 Defensive Players of the Year right there. First Team All Pro, Pro Bowl again.
and 2
2021
Super Bowls.
First Team, and mind you, when was his Super Bowls? Because this was all the defensive stats. 2022 was one,
He
right?
actually might only have one. He actually might only have one. That one in 2022. They lost the other one that he was into the Patriots.
Oh, I remember that. Okay, I remember that. So 2022 Pro Bowl with a chip.
Mm-hmm.
2023 First Team All Pro, Pro Bowl. That's tough.
He
First
has never
team.
made a second team.
I was literally about to say that. First team his whole
Every
career.
year,
Whole career. 2014.
his rookie year, he didn't get named anything, did he?
No, but he won defensive rookie of the year. I mean
And he
that's
wasn't first or
something.
second team, but that's the only year he wasn't first
That's
team, his rookie
only
year.
only year. Only year.
Insane because he could have been second team,
One, two.
being defensive rookie of the year. He made what was he just defensive rookie of the year in Pro Bowl?
Yeah. Yep. That's what they had down.
That's not bad though. Like
You got
for that
one.
to be your weakest year and it's still
That's
a top accolade. You got the
almost
best.
expected. It's your
Yeah,
rookie
you're the
year.
best rookie.
You know what I'm saying? So we want to give him his props.
That's
Shout
on
out
me,
to
man.
him. I've been on
The
and
only
off.
person I can try to put ahead of him, like at the respective position, would be Ray. And
Mm-hmm.
that's only because he had 2. But the first, that's why it's hard because the Ray might have had a second team All Pro or pro, like, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Rather, I think it might have been 10, 11 years. How many years he
So
got on
that's a
that
strong
resume?
argument. Shit. One,
What's he got? 10,
two,
11?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, hold on.
9
One,
years?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 9.
That's a strong 9-year resume.
That's tough. Defensive
You got to
side.
think 9 years resume, 9 years in your prime.
Yeah.
Straight through. I'm just gonna play my prime all the way through. But how many people come into the league in their prime?
Yeah.
You come into the league in your prime, or not even come to the league in your prime. 1 year, you're the best rookie on the field, make the Pro Bowl, and then you're in your prime.
Yeah.
Which like that's why you know what I
That's
mean. Like
tough.
whichever way you slice the bread, I just went to
It's
the
a
Pro
great
Bowl. I'm in
career.
my
Yeah.
prime. Like it's hard to put a lot of people above that just because of that. That's tough shit.
Then even in his last year, if he just retired this year, in his last year on some LeBron shit, you still got a first team All Pro. Still. After all them years.
That boy needed that shit. You know what's crazy? This is it sucks that it was like surprising, but it shouldn't be to a lot of people because the year before they won that chip, bro, he was about to retire. The year before they won that chip, that's when they gave him the 3-year deal.
Okay.
They won the chip that year. They reloaded up everybody. Gave him a 3-year deal, won the chip that year. And I'm like, he was about to retire 2 years ago. And then last year, they weren't even supposed to be competitive.
Yeah.
And I think they might have made the playoffs. If not, they were right there. But I can't remember. I smoked too much.
They got
But
Vaughn
if they
the
didn't, they
chip
were
year
right
too,
there.
right?
They were, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
The chip year, they went all in. That's when they got Von Miller, Odell, and Odell got hurt in the Super Bowl, and he was about to be the MVP. Remember that shit?
Yes.
And they played the Bengals that year, and they went crazy on the Bengals.
Yes.
But yeah, he signed a deal that year. I was like, everybody thought he was going to retire that year, and then like I said, they weren't competitive last year. So to me, I was like, I could see why, because he's like, they're not in a rebuild. Like they can still kind of compete this year, but Super Bowl hopes are really high hopes.
Okay.
They're a playoff team.
Yeah.
They win up. If they win and go to the playoffs and win 1 or 2 games, it's a successful season for them right now. And I don't think he's on that. He was contemplating retiring 2 years ago. Wow, I'm taking this Hall of Fame career and I'm going with it.
I'm gone.
And he could probably still go 2 more years and put up doing the same shit. Same shit.
That's when you know you're tough right there. Hey, I kind of got the vibe like he kind of wanted to retire. I forgot that he wanted to retire before the chip, but after he won the chip, he went on $1 million worth of game podcasts. And they was asking him, he's like, I'm probably gonna come back, but he was like, you could tell it was like kind of like,
you could tell
he was
already
kind of thinking about it. And then Vaughn left that year after the chip, right?
Yeah.
So he was just
Vaughn left. They all were signing on 1 year. Like they traded for Vaughn and then they signed Odell.
They had that goal. They had one goal in mind.
Nah, they traded for Odell. They traded for Odell from the Rams as well.
Okay.
They traded for Vaughn and traded for exactly. They went all in that year. Kind of what I was talking about in the chat. Like how sometimes they set the contracts up for low money on the first year, like heavy signing bonus money but low salary, and then the next year on a contract it'll be 50 M's owned because they know they're gonna cut them because they're going all in on that year before. You know what I mean?
Okay. Shit. Shout out to Aaron Donald. I ain't gonna front.
Real shit. Nobody can ever front on Aaron Donald. He killed everybody's team. Everybody's team.
He used to bake niggas. Shout out to him. Shout out to your career.
And the thing about him, one more on that note, nigga, when we were seeing D tackles, remember, like we were seeing Warren Saps, Vince Wilfork's big bodies in the middle, right? This nigga come through with a 6-pack straight muscle, smoking niggas, bro. That's one thing we got to give it up to him for. He was never too big. He was just the best athlete on the field, damn near. Like you can't take that away from him just because he's a defensive lineman. That don't make him not the best athlete on the field. He got the best physique, in the best shape, and he's beating consistent double and triple teams at his respective position every time.
That's might have what made him so special. That size, being able to be that agile and at that position, because you're absolutely right. We used to the Warren Saps. Like I know big football players always been strong and shit like that, but just big bodies. Like big bodies, you feel me? So
you look at him. Once you look at him on the field and you line him up, like damn, that's like how Fleet looked kind of in the deep line.
You just didn't expect it, like the person you're going against to be like, this light work right here, not knowing you got your work cut out for you tonight. It's gonna be a long night for you. Wow. Swing over. You feel me? Shout out to Aaron Donald switching over. Last topic, man. We're going to talk about the NBA real quick. Playoff pictures, predictions, and injuries, how it could shape the teams process of moving forward. So playoff picture, if playoffs was to start today, we would have the Thunder at 42-20 playing the winner of the. So the play-in tournament would be the Kings, Dallas, Golden State,
The Lakers.
and the Lakers. So on the western side, and then on the eastern side, the play-in would be Sixers, Heat, Chicago, Atlanta. Tough.
You got 6 teams right there out of the 8 teams you just named that were preseason picks to win it.
Yeah. Yep.
All in the play. Lakers, Kings, Heat, Sixers. Who else you said that was down there? On the Warriors. Nobody ever, even if they're getting old, nobody ever shits on the Warriors when it's go time.
Not in the playoffs.
When it's go time. When it's go time, they're going to win 4 games. All right. 5 out of those teams is down there. Yeah, come on.
That makes it.
You know what I need? And not even cut you off real quick.
Nah,
I need for them teams to pick it up because I don't need to see one and done from them games.
Yeah, absolutely.
That superstar getting one and done.
True
Can't afford that hurt.
True indeed.
The Kings, I even want to see them in a playoff series.
Mind you, this is if it stops. We only have one clinch, and that's Boston. So we would have Western. We would have Lakers versus the 8 of the play-in winners, Nuggets versus 7 of the play-in winners, Timberwolves and Suns, Clippers, Pelicans. Bro, this is all right, look, before I say what I was going to say.
The only one I feel like is 4-1 is Clippers, Pelicans. I feel like they get rid of them.
Yes. But what I'm thinking, low key, is like this is going to be one of, because last year's first round was type tough. Last year's first round and second round, damn near was better than like the rest of it. This year's first round and playoff is going to be, we have Kings and Mavs. Luka, Kyrie versus Fox and all them boys, Sabonis and all them over there. Spicy. Then we'll have, see, this is my matchup that I don't want to see, is Golden State and the Lakers. Because I feel like the NBA needs.
I'm good on seeing on the plans. I need one of them to get to 8, one of them to get to 7.
Yes.
That way, other sides of the bracket. And if they meet in the conference finals. Yes. One of them going to have to see Denver, regardless. But if they meet in the conference finals. I don't want to see that too early. Because you always want to see, and I'm not saying that Jokic is not a household name, because at this point, he's a top 5 household name. But niggas are going to want to see LeBron and Steph more than they want to see.
This is what I'm saying.
Jokic and Steph or Jokic and LeBron.
A playoff without those two.
Right.
As far as ratings and just because I like to see them. But as good as the Thunder is, low key, a scary.
Niggas are gonna hate me.
They got at them. Lakers can fuck them up.
Niggas are gonna hate me. If they see them first round, they're gonna beat the shit out of them. Why? Because they don't match up with the Lakers. Yeah. They don't match up with the Lakers. If they get Vanderbilt back, they're gonna put Vanderbilt right up top on Shai, and they're gonna be okay with Shai getting 21 to 24. But if Shai's not controlling the game, getting 30 plus, it's different. Because Braun is going to turn up for 25 or better. So if you're just matching Braun, that don't matter because AD is going to go dumb. And them other young niggas I feel like ain't ready like Shai is. Shai is ready. He's ready to play.
Thing.
Is Chet ready?
We need Vando in them.
Is Lou Mr. Herb Dort ready?
Need them.
Giddy's still in his head. I like Isaiah Joe. I like Wiggins. I like the Williams twins. I like the other pieces, but it's like those are role players, and you're expecting them to. They have to play out of their mind. A+ teammate grade every night against the Lakers team that's built and ready.
Especially a new experience for that, like a playoff run.
Even the Warriors. Yeah, they might not have somebody to be up top with Shea, but they're not gonna be able to hang around with that Warrior team. In the playoffs, I feel like.
Once you got certain players, like I'll break down the Warriors. Once you have people, you still have Draymond over there. You still that can control certain shit.
You see the way they played the other night?
Yes. They come out like that. That's when they can still.
When they start running the PNRs and Draymond is at the high post and he knows what he wants to do, whether it's one more dribble, to a fake, to a layup. Or I'm waiting for Kuminga to come from the weak side, or I'm kicking it to this short side. When they're on that, I don't care what anybody says. They're top 3 team to beat, hardest team to beat in the league. because they're playing so spread out. Nobody gets help. I
That's
don't know. You know ball more than me, but they're deadly like that,
no,
bro.
that's what because people feel like teams don't run sets like that. They don't run them as much, but throughout the years, almost like a Spurs team to me, Warriors run good sets when they're running those
Bro,
sets. When they're doing
bro.
that PR at the top, and then they got Curry coming off the screens, coming down, and you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like those.
Nigga, they'll do a DHO on the weak side with Draymond, and if it doesn't hit, Clay's going right back to him, and he's dribbling to right to the other
Mm-hmm.
side for a DHO with Steph. But on the other side now, Clay is getting a weak side back screen. It's
Yeah.
just so much movement,
They just
and
keep Kaminga in that. If they could find a way to get Kaminga in there, because I
bro, the
felt
other
like one
night
of
the
the
best
things
I
they
seen
was
they played in a
missing was
long
that
time. Yes, some
when Wiggins
interior
came
force,
and he
right?
was slashing and doing what he was doing, that's what makes them to me that championship squad right there.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they
Because
got
naturally
shooters.
Draymond ain't gonna be attacking the rim. But if he can be the fourth option and take his floaters and
The floaters
pump
and the
fake this
lob.
nigga out the
Yep,
way,
yep, yep,
bro, he didn't get his a little 11. Oh, they're gonna be crazy.
yep.
They're gonna be crazy.
The West is in
They
for
need to.
something, bro.
It's the West is tough because I didn't even know those teams were that low. That means the Wolves are doing that well. The Clippers, like you said, the
Yes,
Suns are getting better along the rest of the season. That's good, bro.
bro.
That
This
side is gonna be spicy.
Cat is probably done for the season. So they're
Yeah.
in that kind of not like everybody over here. Like when you really think about it, besides the Pelicans, and I would say like I don't even want to count them out, but just me knowing it right now, knowing what I know and just predictions. Everybody besides Mavericks, Kings and the Pelicans maybe have a hard chance of making it out if any of them come in out the West. But Thunder, Nuggets, Timberwolves, Sun, Clippers, like any of them
I can
have
see
a
them
chance
coming out the
of
West.
coming out the West. That's
I
what
can see
makes
them
it
coming out the
crazy to
West.
me.
The only way
Timberwolves kind
I
of went
don't
down
see
with the injury though.
the only way, and honestly, now that I think about it a little bit more, I go back on my statement. I think the Warriors do beat them, but I don't think they beat them as easy if they match up. The only way I don't see the Thunder moving on is if they see the Lakers early. If
I
they see the
agree.
Lakers
The
early,
healthy Lakers
that's not
with the
happening,
pieces,
bro.
I don't know.
Braun's gonna be ready, and they're just gonna play bully ball. They're gonna make them have to. Do they play even two bigs at the start?
No,
Do they play Jalen? They just play one big, right? They play Chet,
they,
or do they play Jalen too? Either way,
I think they play. I think they play together.
I don't think they match up with them, bro. I don't
I
think they
don't think
match up with
that's a
them.
good. I don't think that's
So,
big enough down
and,
there. Pause.
yeah,
Whoa,
I don't.
pause.
No, I
Pause.
just don't. I don't think they. And I think Braun knows what to do too much to a team like that. Like they won't blow them out in any of those games, but they'll win that series 4-2 and win every game by 6 to 7 points
I just need
handily.
the
You know what I
others on
mean?
the Lakers. I don't mean to call them the others. I get that shit from
D'Lo
Shaq.
and Austin Reeves.
If
Okay,
D'Lo keeps playing how he's been playing this past month, it's a different ball game. I just need Cam, Prince, and Vando to just be on that game. Like to
consistent.
me, they've been playing like this is why to me like LeBron is so good, and he's always made players around him better. But in the past couple of years, these young dudes, he kind of like made them worse. Not made them worse, but like they're scared. I can't blame that on Braun. It's like they're
Straight the fuck up.
scared to like. It's almost like they're playing in front of like their dad or something. It's like they're scared to make a mistake, scared to fuck up. Like you need them Kyries. You need a D Wade who's like Braun is Braun, but I'm him too. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all
Mm-hmm.
all are in the NBA. So they almost play like there's certain times where Vando, Prince, and Cam have 8 shots total out of 3 people. You feel me? It's like Braun needs shooters around
Mm-hmm.
him or somebody explosive, a D Wade and Kyrie. Kyrie's a shooter, but Kyrie will go get him 40. D Wade
Right.
will go get him 40. So AD is supposed to be that, but sometimes he doesn't always do that. So you need everybody else to. You need a
And that's
Mo
just the
Williams from
reason.
back in the day. You feel me?
Yeah. Oh man, he was one of my favorites. I don't know who I like better, Mo or Boobie. They
You
played the
feel,
same role,
you feel what I'm
but
saying? But they came in when they
man,
had to. They was gunning. We need
fucking
AR and D-Lo.
Reeves and D'Lo, I feel
Yeah.
like have been more
Yeah.
consistent together,
Yeah.
like than AD has been. So it's like if AD, like to test to your point, if AD can at least bring some sort of consistency, keep me above 23 and 12 a
I was
night.
gonna say
23
25
and
and
12 a
15.
night.
Yeah,
I don't I
absolutely.
don't I don't think you're anything like even on your weaker nights you should be doing any worse than that
Mm-hmm.
because that mm-mm. And Reeves and D'Lo just keep giving them the green light because the more confidence you instill in those young niggas,
The
and they're like
deeper
I can
y'all
work
get,
out,
absolutely.
they're getting better,
It's all
bro.
mental.
Yeah, they're just an older club because of their king. Unfortunately, is an older player,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't feel like he doesn't care about the regular season. But it's just like I do. Like there's that extra gear you can turn on. Like so,
Flip
I'm
that
not
on.
saying he's coasting, but like players like him, like Jimmy, they want to win in the regular
Mm-hmm.
season. But as long as I get to here, I know when I gotta. You know
I
what I
know what I
mean?
gotta turn on. Nigga, Jimmy becomes one of the best players in the world playoff time. He damn
Hmm.
near coach. Now speaking of Jimmy and them, so if, like I said, if the playoffs started today, we got Celtics again in the play-in. We got 76ers, Heat, Chicago, and Atlanta. Being
Hmm.
that we don't, so 76ers would play the Heat. Uh, Chicago will play Atlanta. So then we would have Celtics versus
Bless you.
8, Bucks versus 7, Cavs versus the
Hmm.
Pacers, Nick versus Magic.
That's the
That's
sneakiest team that made their way up. That don't gotta even worry about a player. Them niggas said we ain't making
Magic
it so long. We don't gotta worry
boy.
about a.
Talk
We
about
don't
that
want to
boy
worry about a
Paolo
player.
though. Bright future over there.
Yeah,
And
him
that's a
and
team.
Franz.
They're almost on their thunder. You know, like damn near
Yeah,
when you
exactly.
rebuild
Rebuild the young niggas.
and then you got the young niggas, but that's performing. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes they don't always
nigga,
perform like that.
that's a team like. So we was just talking about like the loyalty in the NFL. Like, if I would have seen them break up, and I hate to say it, I would have loved to see a nigga like JB go over there, bro.
Yeah,
Like real shit,
yeah.
bro. Like, yeah, they have wings already, but you play a bigger lineup. You put Franz at the 2, JB at the 3, and Paulo at the 4. And now, since JB's there, now you're gonna get a big, or you're gonna get that superb guard. Just because, I don't know, you can dibble and dabble. Maybe you go get a Van Vliet now, and then
That's
you know what I
tough.
mean? Like,
That's tough though because once
I,
you teams like that, sometimes they're missing shit like that. They're missing
that's
like
what I'm saying.
Houston almost did it. Like a couple
They
more
tried to build a
pieces
roster. They tried to build
because
that
they got a
roster for
young
sure.
young team and brung in a Van Fleet and a Dylan Brooks. They're still just missing one, but you can't count them out because big man is
Mm-mm.
balling. So they're develop.
But
He's like a
Sengun,
baby.
however you say it, he's crazy.
He's like a.
He's
I didn't even
crazy.
want to try to pronounce. He's almost reminds me of like a baby Joker.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Can
exactly.
can
They do
can
it
get
all.
you a
He has
triple
a bag
dub.
of tricks.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I
He's
feel
just
like the
more
Mac
aggressive over the
that's
rim.
tough.
He just tries to put niggas
Yes,
in the rim
you
for
gotta play
real.
above the rim. JB to the Magic's what you said though. I feel like that'd
I
be
be thinking
something they're
about shit
missing.
like that.
That's something
That
they're
would be
missing because that'd be tough. I got so if I had to make
Randall even. Get Randall out of there. Some shit like
you
that.
feel
They
me?
just need one more piece. DeRozan, nigga that's looking for a new home. He
You
could
feel
shit.
me? Exactly.
Send, did Levine start in Orlando? Nah, he started in Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yep.
You can send him like this. They need another good athletic wing that could get Bucky. You know what I
With
mean?
some experience of the. I'm looking at some injuries to see. So Cat is out. I think that because I'm thinking of so my prediction out the East right now just because how we always talk. I'm looking at the injuries to see who I got the Celtics just because of what we talk about as far as puzzle pieces and
I can't, and I hate them, but
I can't
they
stand the
look like that.
Celtics
They look like that this year.
and
They
just
look like that this
I
year.
can't
And the only
stand
team,
this and
I don't
there's
think any
well
team's gonna rough
balanced.
them up. There's no team that's in the East that's gonna rough them up before Embiid's still out. So if, like even if they see them in this conference, what is it, the semis?
Yep.
Not gonna be the same team. The only team that could and
And mind you, that's
he
if they can get out. That's if the 76ers can get out the
Cavs.
play in. Cavs is
The only
sneaky,
teams that
bro.
Cavs, if they see a team like the Cavs, the Heat, or the Bucks, let's say, within the conference finals or the semis, yeah, they could beat them up a little bit. But I just think they're too good. I
It's
just think
too
they're too
much.
good
Like,
right now.
especially when you go into playoffs, bro, and the game slows down a little bit. You know
Mm-hmm.
how we say, bruising. You got somebody like Drew down there bruising you up. Then you got Derek White. If yo Drew, take a break real quick. I got him now. Now you got White that'll hold it
They're not
down.
even putting Drew up top. They're putting JB up top a lot.
Come
They
on.
got three guards. Who you
Now
bet
you
they
got
could guard with?
JB. Now you got
It's crazy,
JB holding
bro.
it down. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah, they're
my
crazy.
prediction out of
I
the
can't front
East.
on that.
I
I
got the
can't front on that
Celtics
at
coming
all.
out of the East. And out the West, bro. To keep it a stack, bro, as much as I don't want to say it, my sleeper, which is not really a sleeper because the West is type crazy, I wouldn't be surprised if the Clippers can get it together and come out.
This would be a
They
good year
got
for them.
Ty Lue out of there, and this to me this is the year they got this year and next year. If they don't do it in those 2 years, I don't think because to me it's a bust if you don't get at least to the Western Finals. I feel like if
They
you can't
did.
get to
They
the
can't.
Western Conference, then it's toast. Western Finals. I feel like it's
Yeah,
toast after that.
I think they should be able to this year. I mean, they only got Zoo that could really match up with Yoke, but that's all they really need. They just got to match his minutes. But they are a
True.
better ball club all around. They also have like three legitimate scorers, and the way Harden just been playing beautifully over there. Like I like them coming out. I like the Clippers and I like the Bucks. Those are my teams right now.
You did say Zoo. Like,
I
do
like
they
the
have
Clippers and the
another
Bucks.
strong big coming off the bench though that can like get it done deep? Clippers. That might be there. That might be
That's their
where.
kryptonite
Yes.
because
Because
Joker's
once
gonna
he
play
sits
30
down,
plus
that's
minutes.
what I'm saying. Now you gotta once you sit down and then even think when Joker goes sits down for a couple minutes, you gotta season DeAndre Jordan that can come still. You know, just be at a point, just at least be a presence. You know what I'm
In
saying?
the rim.
It's
Yes, I
still
agree.
DJ. You know what
Getting
I'm saying?
boards,
It's not the old
giving them
DJ,
extra chance, giving
right?
them extra shots,
So it is
all
still
types of
him.
shit.
I got shit. Who you said? You said Bucks and Clips.
I got Bucks and Clippers. Who you got?
Bucks and Clips. I'm gonna go. I got Celtics. Right now. I think. Oh man. So if I had to choose right now, I'm saying Celtics and Nuggets coming out. Just cause to me
Celtics
they're
Nuggets.
just because to me they are the most. What I'm seeing, and remember, this is if playoffs started right now. To like they're the most well-rounded teams to me, from start to finish, with a little bit of uh puzzle pieces coming off the bench. You feel me? If they gotta go 8 deep, they can go 8 deep without having to go 11, 12 deep. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what if so if Celtics Nuggets are in it, right? Do the Nuggets repeat? Rave, cut it up.
I don't
If
know.
it's Celtics
That's a
Nuggets, do the
great
Nuggets
point.
repeat?
To me,
Because
like
I don't think the Celtics match up with the Nuggets well. Here's why. Porzingis is getting put on the. That's the game where Jokic gonna be dunking that game, my
he got
boy.
so used to
Cause
playing at the 3 point line. Does he know how to guard
yeah,
inside?
and he
Like
has no weight on him. And so MPJ, I'm not saying he's gonna shut him down. I'm not saying anything like that. He can get in front of Tatum.
yeah,
Jamal Murray, and he's gonna get right. I just feel Aaron Gordon, they got the size to get in front of JB Tatum and then
they
still
got the
have their
size
best
for them.
player, have a mismatch.
They
That's
got the
crazy.
size for them.
That's
Some
why I think like what are they gonna
man,
put
that's a
Drew
good.
on Jamal? I don't know. I
That's a
think
good.
Casey they just I don't know, they're deep,
You
bro.
still got KCP over there.
If they see the Celtics, I think they repeat just because their best player has a fucking mismatch
That's
the
a
whole
great point.
series.
And
The whole
sometimes
series.
Tatum has like a kryptonite in the playoffs. Sometimes just where I
I
can't
was not
pinpoint what it
trying to
is.
say nothing. I'm not saying he's not that nigga because I think he's that guy. I think he's that guy, but he is awfully inconsistent in the playoffs. And then when he want to go to JB can't dribble with his left
Yeah.
hand when it get to crunch time. That's why it's like,
Granted,
where you
last year
if you
was
got
injury, but bro, before that injury, niggas was putting him through it. Look, what
bro,
game did he get in? Did he get injured Heat series? Or was it
you got
before? Because Jimmy and them still was putting him through it.
you talking about JT?
Yeah.
You got hurt in the end of the Heat series.
But
End of
think
the Heat
before
series.
he
It
got
was the
hurt,
last game. It was actually Game 7.
remember,
Game
before
7,
he
he got
got
hurt.
hurt, Jimmy
He
was
was having
still
inconsistent games.
balling and he was still having. So that's
He
the
had like
only
2
thing.
good games that series. Derek White saved them one game, and JB went bonkers in another.
Yes.
He had 2 good games in that.
Remember, Derek White saved them. Was that game 6?
Yeah, with the
With that
tap and the
crazy.
buzzer.
Yes. You feel me? So that's the. I don't know what his kryptonite is. I don't want to say it's injury. Could be. There's been times where it wasn't injury, where he didn't get it done. Who did
I
they
don't think
play
he's
in
a
the
bat.
finals?
Who? They played the Warriors and got that shit
Worry, you
knocked
feel me?
out.
So it's just he just don't got a good track record right now. You feel
That's what
me?
I'm saying. And he's a star through and through, bro. Like, I seen him do. I remember I think the year they went to the finals is the year that he punched on Braun. And am I bugging? Was that the year that he punched on Braun all
No,
crazy?
that was his fucking rookie year. He
That was
punched
his
on
rookie
Braun.
year. All right, so he went the year after that or his third year.
Third, I
But
think.
regardless, he's
Regardless.
been shaving ever since. But I just see inconsistencies, like kind of like how Lamar is, bro. It's weird. Like I'm gonna make that analogy right now. Like, yeah, you're still seeing the good plays in the playoffs and shit, but you're not seeing the consistency, the consistent confidence. You're seeing more air balls. You're seeing more misses, turnovers and shit. So it's like
Just those closeout. I would call them like the closeout plays. You know what I'm saying? To
what's that
take
clutch
it.
badge?
Yeah, you clutch
Clutch
badge.
moments.
That's it's just that clutch badge that's
I would
not
love to
being
see
able to
it.
close it
I
out.
would love to see it because I think he deserves one. I think there's a lot of young niggas in the league that deserve one right now. I think he definitely deserves one. Um, I think Jimmy does. I think if I go on the other side of things, I would love to see, like we already talked about, Paul George, who's been through a lot.
Absolutely.
Harden. Um, there's a lot of teams, bro. Who else do I like on the West Side? I wouldn't mind seeing Booker and them
Then
get
you
one,
got
even though I
young
don't like
teams and
KD and
yeah,
them.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I want to see Booker's another one. Like he's in that Tatum. I don't think he gets inconsistent, but he definitely gets a little bit. Doesn't He's not as good in the playoffs?
Yo,
I don't
bro,
know.
you
So
always have to
I
up it. No, I agree with you
yeah,
because if you're such a scorer, Shaq said it. He's like, yo, if you're getting 30 regular season, you got to get about 34. If you're getting 10
35.
rebounds,
Yeah,
you got to get about 15 rebounds. You got
yeah.
to up. You got to damn near up everything by 2 to 4 points. To
Here's
where
why: because it's the regular season, right? And if you do anything less than what you've done in the regular season, they're gonna say you're not clutch or
it's
you
not enough.
not a bust, but you're not playoff ready,
Yep.
or you. That's all that is. So it's like for me, at least give me what you have been giving me. You know what I'm saying? Level that
Don't
out
give
at
me
least,
less.
and then we can figure out how to get more out of you.
Absolutely.
But
At the
yeah,
least, do not give me
it's
less.
easier said than done. But I
True.
gotta find a way to get your equal production at least.
That's it.
But it's why I don't. It's like it was like football. How I thought football was this year until we saw the Chiefs in the
Type
playoffs. I
wide
think it's
open,
definitely
right?
wide open.
Yeah.
I think I could see. Like I said, I could see Celtics, Bucks, and B's not gonna come back in time. I feel like to get a good rhythm with that team. To go down the playoff stretch. So I could see, and I can't count them out. The dark horse in Miami down there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see
Can never
Cleveland
count
or
them out.
Indiana being able to win 3 series or 2
Yeah.
series on the east side of things. I think they're good young teams, but they're not fully there. And then on the west, Nuggets. In order, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Clippers, Nuggets, Suns, Lakers. But any of those teams, literally, I'm taking any of those teams to beat the other one to go to the chip. Like I'm not even betting against another one right now
Yeah.
because those 4 teams I feel like match up with each other well, and it's any given night for those 4 teams. I think the Warriors they get caught in a series where somebody exposes Steph, like on the defensive
Yeah.
side of things. Like he's gonna go for 30 multiple times. Might even go for 50 in one of those games,
He
but
just gonna have to play
they're
that.
just gonna he's gonna have to play defense
Yeah.
and That's the only thing that niggas have been doing the last couple of years against him down in the playoffs to try to get them out of here. They
That's
try to
his
put
weak.
him in
That's
more
his biggest weak
actions and
spot.
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Put him in more
PNR against
action,
him.
get him
Yep.
fouls.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get him out the
So,
game.
right.
Those are the
It's wide
predictions
open
right
though for
there.
that reason,
That's
because me saying that in that
wide
same breath,
open.
them niggas could be playing and have a whole counter to that because they're tired of that happening.
That's why I
And
feel
then
like the
come
whole
out 4
playoffs
0
is like
team.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
The whole playoffs is wide open. Well, we looking forward to the damn playoffs, man. Those are our fucking predictions. Herb, appreciate you.
You know the vibes, man.
We gonna figure
Episode
out.
1.
We are episode 1. We are gonna figure out the scheduling. Right now, we are at least gonna try to get 1 to 2 out a week until we figure out a schedule. So if we do 1 to 2 a week, we're pretty much. So today, what we did is pretty much took like from Monday up until about almost Sunday and just summed everything up. You know, certain topics we want to put.
Mm-hmm.
So if we do one episode, we'll probably just take the week and just figure it out. We're going to try to post these as soon as possible on the page. But this is episode 1, Oviyan Styles Arena Podcast. Next time we'll have a little bit more fashion in it and all that. But right now, this
more
is sports
topics.
talk.
Just put it out maybe with a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of stream stuff, a little bit of stuff.
We're going to have it's sports and fashion plus other entertainment. We're gonna be heavy on the sports and the fashion, but we're going to be talking about everything. So tune in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe.
I'm gonna have my Oviyan gear on next episode.
Comment.
I'm gonna have my Oviyan Speedo on the wall.
You feel me?
All types of shit.
We're gonna have Oviyan sponsoring this. Once everybody just bear with us, subscribe, and we're gonna keep this shit going, bro. This episode 1, Herb, Scoff, we signing out.